Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. The world of precious metals and the world of cryptocurrency are very similar. They are both detached from the dollar, seen as the rebellious investment, going against the grain. You are in complete control of your wealth. Bitcoin, it's decentralized. Nobody's in control except you. There's no Bitcoin police, no bank of Bitcoin. You are in complete control, just like gold and silver. They both have their advantages and disadvantages, which we'll talk about in a second. Also, stick around to hear my plan to make $50,000 over the next year or so. With that said, let's jump into the video. Precious metals and cryptocurrency both have unique advantages, especially right now as the dollar is on its last leg, right? And times are changing. We're going into a digital age. I used to invest into Bitcoin heavily, but it's not backed by anything. So I didn't really have the same type of attention that I did with gold and silver. But things have changed. There's a cryptocurrency called GSX, which is backed by physical gold. It stands for gold secured currency. It's honestly incredible. The coins are 10 cents right now. 10 cents. If you see the roadmap, they have a lot of stuff going on. Not only is it backed by physical gold, it's a secured coin. It's honestly something that I've never seen before. It's revolutionizing the cryptocurrency world. Now, my goal to make $50,000 is right now they're 10 cents. So I have 4,000, which is around $402. I'm going to accumulate 50,000 of these coins. They're only 10 cents. So I'm going to invest a little bit of money. And once the coin gets to $1 over the next year, year and a half, I'm going to sell at $50,000. And yes, I do think it will get to $1 because of the unique advantages. Plus, this coin is not like anything I've ever seen, ever. It's a legit company. Forbes, Yahoo Finance, they've all talked about it. The white paper's legit. It's something that's honestly incredible. So sign up. The link's in the description. I want to give you guys the same opportunity as me. But with that said, let's jump into the actual video. Now we're talking about silver, ladies and gentlemen. People are transferring their money out of silver into crypto, and rightfully so right now, but I think it's going to be short-lived, and I'm going to tell you why. Bitcoin is definitely a speculative type of investment, right? It's a very fast-paced market with a lot of speculation. People go in and out, and unlike GSX, Bitcoin basically has no other reason than, or isn't affected by anything other than money going in and money coming out. So with that said, the prices are a lot more volatile. People are a lot more wishy-washy. It's a very bipolar market. That's why you see the prices go up, down, left, right, sideways, right? And precious metals is the opposite. Precious metals has a foundation. It's also why this new coin is so interesting, because it's going to be a lot more stable than any other coin, especially since it literally is a stable coin. So when we look at this new idea of people transferring out of precious metals into crypto, I'm curious, one, what that's going to do to gold and silver, but not for the short term, right? The short term, everything's going to be crazy. Unstable prices all across because people are emotionally unstable, right? Precious metals has real intrinsic value. I'll always say gold and silver are the safest, smartest investment. Always. I'll always say that. I'll always put precious metals first, but you got to diversify your portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I made around $100,000 in 2017 from Bitcoin. I started buying Bitcoin at 1800, way before the curve, just like this GSX coin. I got in very, very early. Everyone told me I was I was making a bad decision. I was going to lose a whole bunch of money because it was different. People don't like change. But I'm an idealist. I look forwards. I look at the bigger picture. I like to find things before everyone else does, right? Just like I'm paying 10 cents for those coins, I guarantee most people are going to start paying or buying those coins when they're 50, 60 cents, 5, 6 times more expensive than I am. And there's actually a sale right now for 119 days where you can get very good deals. But after that, when it hits the exchanges, I promise you, that's when I'll be selling to the people that are just finally buying. See, you got to get in before the curve. But regardless of that, people don't understand how markets work. They invest off of their heart. They do not look realistically. Like, I love how Seeking Alpha has the VCPMI. It's this artificial robot that tells you literally when to buy and when to sell. There is no emotion attached. There is no human error. It just looks at the literal numbers. And that's so cool to see, to compare that robot's perspective to a human's. Now, we're going to go over why this is happening and what it's going to do. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about my opinion on what it's going to do in the long term. And also why it's not going to affect the precious metals market. So, silver price continued its downward trend to trade at $23.44. The figure represents a decline of 0.57%, just like gold. Silver's safe haven appeal has reduced as investors look to profit from the steadily rising cryptocurrency market. When traded against Bitcoin, XAUBTC is still on its steep dip at the current 9 cents price. Silver price movement comes a day after with the mixed PMI data from the Europe and US, and that's the VCPMI. So investors shift their resources from precious metals to crypto markets. And I definitely think after the Bitcoin boom happens, which it's booming right now, but remember, people are going to start selling. Just like before, there was a $20,000 top, which means the top is there's a lot of resistance at that $20,000 level. People are going to be selling like hotcakes when it hits $20,000, meaning the price is probably going to go back down to around 16, 17,000. That's when people are going to panic sell, go back into precious metals, which is a more stable, safe haven type of investment. It's going to put that money back in and then probably going to go back out. But regardless, gold and silver, or gold and crypto, gold and Bitcoin, are both a great investment for the future looking forwards. They both go against the dollar. When the dollar index is high, gold and silver is low. When the dollar index is low, gold and cryptos are high. So I think diversifying into both is perfect. And then if you want, use the profits from crypto and invest in the precious metals. Like I did, right? When I made that $100,000, everyone that was doubting me, telling me I was stupid, was kicking themselves in the butt. And most of them still bashed me because they were jealous and because they were so mad that they missed the boat because they were stuck to their old investing ways. You got to adjust and adapt to the time. We're headed into a new digital era. Everything is technologically advanced. The times are changing. You got to adapt with them if you want to be a successful investor, right? The people that just stick to the hardcore precious metals, I get it, I respect it, but if you're trying to make some real money, you got to learn how to adjust with the times, because things are a lot different than 50 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to understand more. I mean, obviously we know the reasons, but I want to get more into the numbers and see what's already happening and try to gauge what or how effective or how influential this is going to be. So the safe haven appeal for silver has risen as investors shift their focus to cryptocurrencies. On Tuesday, crypto were largely in the green. Ethereum rose by 3.82% to trade at $615, and at the same time, Ripple was trading at 68 cents, which represents a change of 32% higher. And by the way, if you guys remember, you got to pay attention to Ripple. If you guys remember or pay attention to my videos, remember anything I say, I've been talking about Ripple being the new the new dollar. Ripple's going to replace the dollar. And I mean the US dollar. Ripple is going to be it. Why, you say, crypto or Silver Slayer? Why would crypto replace a government-backed dollar of legal tender. I'll tell you why right now. Everything is digital. Like I said, we're heading into the digital era. Everything's a swipe of a card, cardless ATMs, cashless nations. Cryptocurrency is a global decentralized exchange on a blockchain that stores every transaction on a public database for anyone to view, but it's a global coin. There's no Bank of America or Bitcoin of USA, Bitcoin China. It's all Bitcoin. Bitcoin's Bitcoin with instant transactions across the globe with zero to little fees. That's pretty dang convenient. Now, the problem with Bitcoin is it's decentralized. So governments, banks, they hate it because they can't control it. But Ripple is actually owned by a central bank. So Silver Slayer, you're telling me that a cryptocurrency is owned by a central bank? Yes. So central banks have their foot in the door in the crypto world. So if there's going to be any type of new coin, of new type of money to replace the dollar, it would probably be Ripple. And it's already up 32%. 32%. And that's what, in a week, I think, or something crazy like that. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. Proof is in the pudding. If I would have told you guys that, well, I've been talking about this for months, that Ripple would be, it's already up 32%. So like, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm a very humble guy, but I also understand what I'm talking about. I don't just say stuff for no reason. I'm not going to tell you stuff that you don't need to know. I understand precious metals inside and out. I understand cryptocurrency inside and out. I started investing into Bitcoin back in like 2016 when it was not convenient. You couldn't go on PayPal or Cash App and just buy it. You had to basically understand cryptography. You had to understand how to send a wallet address to a hard wallet, store it in a cold wallet, or you had to physically transfer it from your cold wallet, store it on your computer on an encrypted site, transfer it back out. It was crazy. I mean, it was honestly, it was very confusing at first. You had to understand the blockchain. You had to understand the Bitcoin mining pool, how to send a transaction effectively that's not going to take 10 years for it to get there. I mean, there was a lot to it, and that's not even the half of it. You had to understand the hard fork if you wanted to get your Bitcoin back when it split into Bitcoin Cash. Like, the whole point of me saying all that is, I understand cryptocurrency very well. That's also why I was probably so successful at it. So now looking at it moving forwards, I can see how it can adjust and ease into the everyday world. PayPal just accepted Bitcoin, right? So PayPal is now going to be accessible. Companies are opening up. I think Amazon's going to accept Bitcoin pretty soon. Like, it's becoming more of the quote unquote normal. And that's going to be very interesting because there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created. 21 million for a global coin, that's a very, very small number. It's a very small number. So imagine if you had one Bitcoin. That means you have one of the 21 million coins in the world that will ever be created. Think in like 10, 20 years from now how valuable Bitcoin could be. But also think about how valuable gold and silver could be. So diversifying into both is definitely ideal in my opinion. I mean, we're investors, right? I mean, we're silver stackers at heart, but we're also investors at the end of the day. We're trying to invest in the things that make money, right? I mean, it only makes sense. Now, however, despite the enacted lockdown measures, some of the released data was higher than expected. In the Eurozone, this month's manufacturing PMI stood at 53.6. The number was lower than last month's 54.8, but higher than forecasted 53. So mixed manufacturing PMI numbers have also observed in other developed economies. So we're seeing this very mixed signal. So silver price technical outlook. Looking at the 6-month chart, precious metal is currently trading below the 50-day and the 100-day exponential moving averages. However, the outlook for the silver price movement is rather neutral. And people are kind of still waiting to see what happens. Silver is very, very, very opportunistic right now as we move forward with green, the green energy or the green energy movement with Joe Biden. Silver's using solar panels and so many other things. 5G technology, electric vehicles, the silver ion batteries. Silver is going to be needed more and more and more, especially as the price starts going up. Not only big business needs it for those reasons I just described, but when the price rises, people like you and I are going to start buying it more too. Everyone's going to want a slice of the silver pie, and it's going to push it up because the demand is extremely high, but the supply is extremely low. There's a huge silver shortage. That's why we're seeing American Eagles with $15, $20 premiums attached. So both of these make sense. When I was just talking to someone yesterday about this, when you're investing, you're investing. You're investing into the company. You're investing into that idea. You're investing into that project. If you're only looking at the price right now and throwing money at it, that's gambling. Investing means you're invested into this idea or into this project. I'm invested into GSX because they have their first gold milling operation a month after the sale. The sale ends in 6 months, I believe. So it's already backed by 3.2 billion US dollars. After 3 months after sale, their goal is 7 billion, and the second gold milling operation in the metals refinery happens. Then they go into the first copper mining visitor center and live feed at the mine, right? We're talking about physical gold. 6 months after sale, first tantalum mining operation. They have the lithium mining ore operation. They're in year 2. They're looking at $20 billion. The asset value 66 cents per coin. And year 3, 30 billion. GSX asset value is $1. So that's in 3 years. They're estimating $1. But think about how much quicker that could be. They're definitely minimalizing this so people don't have false hope. I definitely think it could hit $1 within the year or so, especially as people pick up on this. And looking at this, if I accumulate 50,000, which at 10 cents a pop, especially since I'm getting so many more, I get a 36% bonus for the next 10 days or something like that. Let me see, like the next, and that's because it's early. I'm getting in very early. 32% buying bonus today. Next decrease in bonus is in 21 hours. So if you want to get a 32% bonus, then you better buy it now. I mean, you can watch this video. I mean, it's backed by gold and assets. It increases in assets continually. It pays yearly dividends. Estimated 200 to 500% increase in assets in 2021. It's trust backed. It's the world's first growth coin, which means it's the growth of cryptocurrency, but also pays the dividends of an investment coin, combining all the best elements in crypto into one secured coin. You can't get much better than that, folks. I'm not just throwing this out there, to tell you guys, it's a legit company backed by so many. Forbes talked about it. It's like 10 different legit resources have talked about it. This is going to be the next big thing, and this is my next big project to really make some serious money, right? This is life-changing types of money, and it's going to be a lot quicker than precious metals. Precious metals is my retirement. I'm not selling for 10, 15 years. This is my quick project. Make sure you click the link in the description if you want a chance to start joining this movement as well. And I also posted a video yesterday if you want to know the ins and the outs of how to make your wallet, how to get set up. Make sure you click this link, though, because you get a 5% bonus when you buy it as well. So if you spend $100, you're going to get 327 extra coins, which in a couple of years could be $327. So definitely use the link in the description. So, I just wanted to say that I know people probably are strictly silver stackers, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to just be throwing crypto at you all day, every day anymore. I just wanted to share this project because I just started in this about a week ago. The first 3 or 4 days, I looked into the company, looked at the legitimacy, I researched, I tried to find any way how this could be any type of illegitimate or any red flags, and there's absolutely none. I've done my research, I've talked to their support team. They have a chat support team. I've been talking to them inside and out, asking them several different questions, and everything is checking out. So I'm really excited about this. I don't want to just completely talk about this the whole time, but I know there's a lot of people looking for opportunity, and it's definitely an exciting one because it's backed by physical gold. It represents this channel. I would not be investing into something like this if it wasn't backed by physical gold because it's just too risky, right? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe for new. I post daily videos every single day making the newest, latest, freshest information that you got to consume. It's so critical to watch these videos because I will give you guys everything you need to know on what's affecting the markets, and more importantly, what you should do about it. So thanks for tuning in. Links in the description to Apollo. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.